الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. To proceed, before we begin our usual lesson, just want to explain one thing, and it's a request of one of the viewers. So somebody was watching, one of the brothers, Jazakallahu khair, and he had a request, and that is an explanation of dhuruf al-zamani wal-makani. So I'll very briefly just explain that to be good revision for you too, inshallah. So dhuruf al-makani. ظروف المكاني أولا first. So ظروف المكاني are isms, nouns that have in them a place. Okay, and we've already discussed this before anyway. Okay, ظروف is the plural of ظرف. ظروف is a plural of ظرف, and ظرف in Arabic it means an envelope. Literally it means an envelope. So envelopes of place. Why? Because it's like you're placing the meaning inside an envelope and then giving it to someone. So for example, if we say Al-Kitabu we know is
a book or the book.
The book. Okay. So if we want to say the book is above the desk, we would say Al-Kitabu, above is فوق the desk. Al-Maktab Al-Maktabi. Al-Kitabu فوق Al-Maktabi. Okay, so فوق here is ظرف من ظروف المكان. It's a placeholder that gives us a position. فوق, above. Okay, and at the beginning we always said that the ظروف المكاني والزمان, that they have the same effect as al-harfu jar on the ism that follows it, don't we? But, and that's true, is it makes it majrurun, doesn't it? Okay, so that becomes al-maktabi, where it was al-maktabu. Okay, ordinarily it would have been al-maktabu, but it becomes...
After you say ظروف المكاني, you say wa something?
ظروف المكاني was zamani, and time.
And time.
Right, but we'll discuss that in a moment. Right, so Al-Kitabu فوق al-Maktabi. That would ordinarily have been al-Maktabu, right, Abdul Hamid? But it becomes al-Maktabi. Why?
I was going to ask you that.
Because of fawqa.
Oh yeah,
okay. Fawqa makes it al-Maktabi. Fawqa al-Maktabi. Okay. Now, so fawqa makes it majrurun. But there's a reason why. Because that's considered to be an idafa. These two words, remember an idafa, two nouns closely related. Two nouns closely related. Usually they mean ownership, like Kitabullahi, Rasulullahi, Kitabu Waladin. But here, it's not really ownership, is it? It's just two words that are closely related. Fawqa al-Maktabi. So it becomes majrurun because the second ismun in an idafa is always majrurun. Okay. Now there are many ظروف al-makani, and we're not going to discuss them all, just the most common ones. So fawqa is above. What's under? We did under in Mishyatul Ghurabi. Tahta, right? So we could say here tahta. So we could say al-kitabu tahta al-maktabi. Al-kitabu tahta al-maktabi. It's the same effect. It becomes al-maktabi. right? So فوق is above, تحت is under, and then the other two, which are very common, is أمام and خلف. Okay, أمام and خلف. So أمام is in front, and خلف is behind. So Animal Haq, how would we say that the house is in front of the mosque?
The house. Al-Baytu.
Al-Baytu
Amama.
Amama.
Amama. Is it in front of the mosque?
Yeah, in front of the mosque.
Masjidi.
Right. Al-Baytu Amama al-Masjidi. Okay? Al-Baytu Amama al-Masjidi. So, Abdul Hamid, how would we say the mosque is behind the house?
Al-Masjid.
Al-Masjidu Khalfa, the house.
Al-Bayti.
Good, good. Al-Masjidu Khalfa al-Bayti. Okay. Now the other common one for Khalfa is Wara'a. Wara'a. And don't confuse Wara'a
Also.
for Ra'a. He saw, which is what many students do. Wara'a. And Wara'a, particularly in Al-Quran, Allah uses Wara'a to mean both behind and in front. But it's the most commonly used to mean behind. Okay? So فوق تحت أمام خلف, and there are many others. Yamina, on the right. Yasara, on the left. Right? That all of these are placeholders for a place, makan, aren't they? They all represent a makan. So that's Dharuf al-Makan. Okay, it's not complicated, it's quite simple. The only point to note is that it makes the ism that follows it majroor. Now, the other point to note is that all of these in their default state end with a fatha, don't they?
No change.
Right, except if something is going to come before it, like a harfu jar, then it does make it majroor. So if you said, for example, min fawq, min fawqi. Remember in Mishyatul Ghurab, nadhara al-ghurabu, was it tahta shajarati or min tahta shajarati? I can't remember. Right, but min, you can say min fawqil maktabi. Min fawqil maktabi. And then it becomes majroor min fawqi. And that's one of the differences between Dhuruf al-Makani and Haruf al-Jar. You can put one harfu jar in behind one. It will never make it majroor. Right? You understand? So you can say min, etc. And that's always the sukoon. Okay? Whereas, look what's happened. When we put min before fawqa, it became majroorun. It became min fawqi. Okay? Min tahti. That becomes min tahti. Okay? And similarly, min amami, min khalfi, min wara'i. They become majroor. But it's never going to be marfu'un with the dhamma.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's one of the differences between Dhuruf al-Makani and Haruf al-Jarri. They both make the ism that follows it majroor, but for a different reason. One because a harf al-Jarri does make it majroor, the other one because a Dharf al-Makani is part of an idafa construct. That's why it becomes majroor. Okay? So that's Dhuruf al-Makani. Dhuruf al-Zamani, if we delete al-Makani and place here al-Zamani, What does az-zamani mean? Time. Okay, az-zamani. Should be easy because it's a zaman in Urdu too. And in Bengali, right?
Yeah.
Okay. ظروف الزماني, envelopes of time. Okay. For example, if you say now, we're going to use a verb. نصوم. نصوم. What does nasumu mean? What type of verb? What type of word is it? Fi'lun. Right? Sama. What does sama mean? Sama. Sad. Alif. Mim. Sama. Well, it will be clear with this example. Nasumu. شهر رمضاني.
This is from Psalm.
Yeah. نصوم شهر رمضاني.
Shahra means month. Ramadan.
Is it we are
we fasting.
We fast
Month of Ramadan.
شهر رمضان.
Month of
Okay. نصوم شهر رمضان.
It's from
Okay.
Psalm.
Yeah. Right. زرت Okay. زرت أمي. زرت أمي يوم السبت. السبت. زرت أمي يوم السبت. What does زرت mean? زرت. زرت. زرنا. زار.
Yeah, we did that one.
Well, we've done that one. The masdar is ziyaratun. Ziyaratun.
Visit.
Right. Zurtu, I visited. You visited.
Zurta.
We visited.
Zurna.
She visited. Zarat.
Zat.
Zurti, you visited, single theme, right? So zurtu ummi, I visited ummi.
My mom.
Yawma as-sabti.
In this day.
What's
Your mom today.
no. Yawm as-sabti is Saturday.
Alright.
Right? It would have been ordinarily Yawm as-sabti. Yawm as-sabti is Saturday. But you have to say Yawm as-sabti. Why? Because it's Dhuruf al-Zamani, remember? And Dhuruf al-Zamani ends in its default state with a fatha. So that's normally Shahrun. Shahrun is a month. Okay? But when you say Nasumu, we fast on the month or in the month of Ramadan, it becomes Shahra Ramadan. So these are all places, Dhuruf al-Zamani. So year, month, day, these are all envelopes of time. Shahra, Yoma, Sana, and so on and so forth. Usbu'an, right? Now, the other point to note about Dhuruf al-Zaman is that it's also called Maf'ulun Fihi. This pen is dying. Maf'ulun. Maf'ulun Fihi.
Whenever we see, so it doesn't matter about. So is that for makan? Oh, sorry, not makan. Zaman. is actually the month, the shahra.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the we fast part. Yeah, that's a verb.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm sure I've read somewhere where it says shahru Ramadan. Would it ever be written?
Yeah. But I'll explain that in a moment, right? So shahra and yawma, they are all from the dhuruf az-zaman. Okay. Right, we'll get, that's an ayah, Shahru Ramadan alladhi unzila fihi al-Quran, right, in Surah Baqarah. But the point is here, right, so Shahra and Yawma, okay, they are both from Dhuruf al-Zamani, okay, but it's important to remember that that word Shahrun is a normal ismun. Shahrun. Just like Yawma is a normal ismun too, Yawmun. Okay? But why here is it with a single fatha, okay, as opposed to tanween dammin in a normal ismun state? Because it is a dharfun min dhuruf al-zaman. It's a dhuruf al-zaman here. But in addition to that, it's also called maf'ulun fihi. Okay, maf'ulun fihi, what does that mean? It means it's the object in which the action was done. We know what a maf'ulun bihi is, don't we? In a classical jumlatul fi'liya, we have fi'lun, fa'ilun, maf'ulun bihi, our first lesson. Kataba al-waladu kitaban. Okay, kataba al-waladu kitaban. And that sentence, which one is a maf'ulun bihi, ya ahsanu? Kataba al-waladu kitaban.
Kitaban.
Alhamdulillah, kitab. Okay. Why? Why is it the maf'ulun bihi? Because it's the thing that was done. Okay. Remember that maf'ulun bihi, the thing that was done to it. What did he write? He wrote a book. So the object of the writing is the book. Here, a maf'ulun fihi is the time in which it was done.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what maf'ulun fihi is called, or represents, the time in which the action was done. Right? Ahsan? So, nasumu. Nasumu means we fast. It's a fi'lul mudari, present tense verb. Past tense is sama. Sama. Okay? Sama, we fasted is sumana. Sumana. I fasted sumtu. You fasted sumta. You fasted single female. Sumti. So nasumu is we fast. When do we fast? Right. The month of Ramadan. Okay? So month is maf'ulun fihi. It becomes the ismun that represents when the action is done. Right? Is that clear? It's not really complicated, inshallah. That's why it takes a single fatha. Okay? And of course this is an idafa construct. Because ordinarily, in that ayah that you mentioned, Shahru Ramadan, Shahru Ramadan, Ramadani, Shahru Ramadani, the month of Ramadan. Yawmul Sabti, Saturday. Yawmul Ahadi, Sunday. Yawmul Jumu'ati, Friday. Those are all idafa constructs, two nouns closely related. But here, when it becomes the dharf az-zaman, like here, Zurtu ummi, I visited my mother. Zurtu ummi. When did I visit my mother?
Saturday.
Right, on Saturday, but Saturday's two parts. Saturday's Yawm Sabti. So the first part, the Yawm, which is the Dharf az-Zaman, that takes a single fatha. Because ordinarily it would be Yawm Sabti. So it becomes Yawm Sabti. Okay? Now, excuse me, there are many maf'ul al-zamani. Okay, so for example, the beginning of Surah Al-Isra. Who knows Surah Al-Isra? Huh? Right, Ahsan. What's the ayah, the beginning of the ayah? Good, mashallah. Subhan alladhi asra bi'abdihi laylan سبحان الذي أسرى بعبده ليلا من المسجد الحرام من المسجد الحرام إلى المسجد الأقصى. Right, so here سبحان الذي أسرى, right? Subhan, literally it means the one who is removed from all imperfection. In English, they always translate it as glory be, i.e. to Allah, but it doesn't mean glory. Actually, it doesn't mean that at all. What it means, Subhan in Arabic, it means when something has no imperfection. It's far removed from any kind of deficiency. So, far removed from any deficiency, the one who asra bi abdihi. Asra means to take on a journey.
From Sarah.
Okay, like if I took you on a journey, right? I took you on a journey, you would say, asartuka, right? I took you, right? But asra, he took on a journey. Who did he take? Asra bi abdihi. So bi means with abdihi,
servant, his servant.
his slave, abdihi.
His slave.
Okay, B is a harfu jar, so it becomes abdi, he. Right. Then we have laylan. Laylan. Remember, what did we say is the definition of dharf al-zaman or dharf al-makan? What does that dharf represent?
Fatha.
That's how you recognize it, but what does it actually represent?
Is time.
Not a dhamma.
Represents the time.
The time in which the action
Things happen.
took place.
Yeah.
Which action was it?
Asra.
Asra, right?
Yeah.
The taking on the journey. When did that journey take place?
On the night.
In the night. Right? In the night it took place. So night, ordinarily, what's night in Arabic? Laylun.
Night. Light.
Okay? Laylun is night. Laylun. But here it's laylan. Why is it laylan here?
Because of the Jaman.
Because it's maf'ulun fihi. It's a dharfu zaman. It's the time in which that action took place.
So
Can you see?
So if you go back to, I don't know the ayah, you see, the Shahru Ramadan.
Yeah, it's here.
So why is it Shahru there if that's the time that we're talking about, the month of
No. Because in that ayah, Shahru Ramadan, alladhi unzila fihi al-Quran, that's just a normal jumlatul ismiyah. Remember, if we write Shahru Ramadan like this, Ramadan, okay, right, can I raise this, is this clear?
Yeah.
Laylan here is the time in which the action took place.
Yeah.
The action is asra, when Allah Azza wa Jalla took the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam on the journey. It's called the night journey because laylan, it took place at night. Right, now, so Shabazz is asking, so why in the other ayah why is it Shahru Ramadan?
What's the full verse? How does it start?
شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه
Does it start with
القرآن.
شهر رمضان?
Yes,
Alright.
it begins with that. Right, now, right, let's write it here to illustrate. شهر رمضان. شهر رمضان. Right. I'm going to ask you a question now. What type of sentence is شهر رمضان?
If you're just looking at it as it is 2 words, then it's just an idafa.
Good. It's not any type of sentence actually. Because there are only 2 types of sentences in Arabic. There's only 2 types. What are those 2 types? Right, is that a jumlatul fi'liya ahsan? Huh?
I don't know this.
No, don't tell me you don't know. Jumlatul fi'liya begins with a verb. Don't tell me you don't know. That's a shahr Ramadan. Does that begin with a verb? Huh? No. Then say no.
Sorry.
Say no. It's a no. It's a no. That's not a verb, is it? Shahrun. It's a normal noun. So it's not a jumlatul fi'liya. We know that. So is it a jumlatul ismiya? Is it a jumlatul ismiya?
No.
Abdul Hamid.
Yes.
Okay. That's a jumlatul ismiya. Who thinks that's a jumlatul ismiya? Ahsan.
I think it's just
Anamul Haq.
There is ismun. Shahr.
No. I said, is it a jumlatul ismiya? I didn't say, is it an ismun? Or Shabazz.
Yeah, starts with a noun, no? Ismu.
Right. That's true. A jumlatul ismiya begins with an ismun. That's true. Okay? That's true. So for example, al-yawmu, okay, today, jamilun. What does al-yawmu jamilun mean? Right. We could have said mushmisun. Actually, that's better, which means it's sunny. The day is beautiful. Is that a jumlatul ismiya?
Yeah, because you
Yes.
the day.
Yes. Why? Because there's 2 parts of a jumlatul ismiya. There's 2 parts. The first part is called
Ismu. Ismu khabar. Last part is
al-mubtada'u.
al-mubtada. Al-khabar.
Al-mubtada'u, which means the beginning or the introduction. Okay? There has to be 2 parts to Jumlatul Ismiya. The beginning, which is al-mubtada'u,
Al-khabar.
and the second part is al-khabaru. Al-khabaru, the information. So it's like saying that the information in our sentence is jamilun, beautiful. That's the information. Okay, that might seem a bit strange, but if you think about it, it's not. What am I telling you about today? What am I telling you about today?
Yeah, well, the information is nice.
That it's beautiful. Okay? Just like when you say al-waladu tawilun. What does that mean?
Tall boy.
The boy is tall.
The boy is tall. Okay? Al-waladu tawilun. Ahsanu jalisun. Ahsanu jalisun. What does that mean?
Ahsan is sitting.
Ahsan is sitting. In all of these sentences, al-yawmu jamilun and al-waladu tawilun and ahsanu jalisin, in all of them you have al-mubtada'u and al-khabaru. Because in all of them you have a beginning and then you have information about that beginning. Don't you? So al-yawmu jamilun, we have a beginning and then we have information. Al-waladu tawilun, you have a beginning. Al-waladu, and then you have information. Tawilun. Ahsanu jalisun, you have a beginning. Ahsanu, and then you have information. Jamilun. Right? Back to our question here. Shahru Ramadani. Is that a jumlatul ismiya according to this definition?
I would still say so. You're saying a month and then you're still telling me which month. You're saying Shahru month, alright. Which one? What's the khabar? It's the
Ramadan.
Right, what do you think, Anamul Haq? Shahru Ramadani. Does that have both al-mubtada and al-khabaru?
Not very clear.
I should have mentioned also that usually al-mubtada'u always begins with al, and al-khabaru always ends with a tanween in most instances. So does Shahru Ramadan, is that a jumlatul ismiya? What if I said to you, Shahru Ramadani, Jamilun. Shahru Ramadani, Jamilun. Now, is that a jumlatul ismiya?
If it's the Jumla Ismiya, it's going to be a idafa. Because Shahr and Ramadan.
What does that now mean? Shahru Ramadani, Jamilun.
Ramadan is beautiful.
Ramadan must be month of Ramadan beautiful.
Right. So now, which one is al-mubtada'u and which one is al-khabaru?
The Mubtada is, Al-Khabr is Jamilun. After these two parties are Mubtada.
Say it again.
Shahr Ramadan
Yeah.
is Al-Mubtada
So which one is al-khabaru?
Jamilun.
Right.
After giving information.
Right, we'll begin with there. Right? I said to you, Shahru Ramadani Jamilun. Right? Shahru Ramadan. Actually, I think that Ramadan, that should actually be Ramadana. Because I think that's mamnu min as-sarf. I don't think that becomes majul. But anyway, the point is Shahru Ramadana Jamilun. So that's saying that the month of Ramadan is beautiful. Remember, we said al-yawmu jamilun. Ahsanu jalisun. If you said that 100 times, you would know that shahru is al-mubtada'u and jamilun is al-khabaru. You would know that because it would make sense. Right? Right. So I'm telling you now that jamilun is al-khabaru and shahru is al-mubtada'u, the beginning. So what's Ramadana then? All Ramadana is connected to shahru. It's just an idafa.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's an idafa. Our actual mubtada is shahru. But it's not, you're not going to say shahru. You're going to say ash-shahru, the month. Ash-shahru jamilun.
The month is beautiful.
The month is beautiful. But why do we drop alif lam here when we add Ramadan here? Why do we do that? Ramadana. Why do we drop the alif lam?
Because that Ramadan is definitely the Shahr.
Because now it's an idafa, and an idafa construct never begins with al,
Yeah.
does it?
And don't take two vowels. So that's
It never begins with al, and it's assumed to be definite now. So it's like saying It's like saying ash-shahru jamilun. Right. Why did we explain all of this? Because Shabbat said, well, why is it that? Shahra. Right? Why? That's the question, isn't it?
Shahru.
Because here it's not ظرف الزمان,
Is idafa.
and it's not a مفعول فيه. It's just a normal
Idafa.
اسم, which happens to be al-mubtada in our جملة الاسمية. Right?
Last. It's a month, isn't it? It says month.
Right. So, okay, it's just a normal month. But now look, Shabazz, right? If we say, how do we say, I'm fasting?
Assam.
Asumu. I'm fasting the month of Ramadan.
Shahru.
Shahra.
Ramadan.
Ramadan. I'm sure that's Ramadana. Yeah, I don't, that just doesn't become Ramadani. I'm sure it's Mamnu min as-sarf, but I can check. Right, so now, why is it, Shabazz, this is your question, why is it Shahra Ramadana here, Shahra, and here it's Shahru?
Shahra there because now it's a maf'ulun fihi.
Right. Now it's a dharfu zamani, which is a maf'ulun fihi. Why? Because I'm fasting. When am I fasting? When? Shahra Ramadana. In, because the dharfu zaman always gives the meaning of in something. In the month of Ramadan. Which is why there's a single fat on it, because it's now the dharfu zaman.
Yeah, you change it.
Okay? But here it's important, very important that you understand this. Shahru Ramadana, here it's not. Here it's just a normal.
Just a normal say. It's just saying this month is Ramadan, the month of Ramadan is
Yeah.
That's saying in the month of Ramadan.
Yes.
I fast.
And that's the big idafa. So it's beginning of this.
The reason why this is a bit confusing is because you know real names like Ramadan and Sha'ban, you know the names of the months, and even normal names like Ahsanun, Muhammadun, they're always assumed to be definite. For example, right, if I said
Somebody's name is definitely.
if I said, this is one of the, if I said qalamu Muhammadin jamilun. This is interesting actually, because you know I said al-mubtada is always begins with al, or usually begins with al. One of the exceptions is when you have an idafa. Right, so qalamu Muhammadin jamilun. Qalamu Muhammadin jamilun. Right, Abdul Hamid, what does that mean? You know this. What does qalamu mean?
Pen.
Pen. Muhammad means?
Muhammad.
So what does qalamu Muhammadin mean?
Muhammad's pen.
Jamilun.
Nice.
It's beautiful. Right? MashaAllah. Qalamu Muhammadin jamilun. Muhammad's pen is beautiful. Right? That's something which is definite, because when you have a name, it's assumed to be definite. You know who it is, which is why you can't put al before it. Al you can't put on a name. So you say, so it's assumed to be definite as it is. So qalamu Muhammadin jamilun. Okay? So you understand the difference between Shahru Ramadana Jamilun and Asumu Shahra Ramadana. Ahsan.
Well, sometimes you just confuse, then you have to think everything, then you will tell. Like,
Yeah.
like if you say Uridu Kalaman Haza Kalamun, these two sentences
Yeah.
is a one is mansub and is marfoon. The uridu kalaman, because it's marfoon bihi, that's why it's man.
Yes.
And haza kalamun,
Yeah.
this is a pen.
Yes.
So first you read why is two ending is two types. So if you remember all the things you've done before, then it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It should be like that. But sometimes if you don't get it, why, then these things confuse. Why is it changed?
But here you should always, whenever you have a verb, a fi'lun, such as asumu, and then you have a time period, you should always look for that being mansubun. Asumu shahra ramadana. Okay? Right.